They ain't go like this one. If you haven't heard, Vince McMahon has been accused of sleeping with male wrestlers by MMA fighter Chael Sonnen. So here are my thoughts on this. Do you think that any male wrestlers will come forward? I don't. As a male in society, we are not allowed to be victims. Victimhood is not something that a man should aspire to be, or it's not something that we can be even if we wanted to. Nobody wants to be a victim, but if we even wanted to, try to play that card, we get shut down immediately, we get laughed at, nobody believes us. They're like, you're a man, just man up, go through it. There's never a time where you can be a guy and show any type of feelings or any type of emotion, because it always just gets swept under the rug. It gets, laughed at. Nobody cares. Take a look at what happened to Terry Crews, for example. Terry Crews, he's in Hollywood, and he said that a producer or whatever, had grabbed him by the balls. And, what happened when he came out and said it, people laughed at it. They're like, you, Terry Crews, you're a big, strong man. Why don't you just fight him off? It's like, you can't be a guy and make claims that somebody touched you, whether it's a man or a woman. Because if it's a man, like, why don't you kill him? Why don't you just fight back? You're a man. You should be ashamed for being so weak. And then if it's a woman, it's like, what kind of man, doesn't want to be touched inappropriately by a woman? You must, be gay, or you must be weak or something. You must be weird or whatever. They always try to figure out some way to shame men for having any type of, you can't feel sorry for us in society. You just can't. So for somebody in WWE to come out and say that, Vince tried to do anything, to them, they should have been like, well, you should have man up, you should have punched him in the face, you should have quit, you should have stormed out there. But people forget to realize that money, this is how people feed themselves, this is how people take care of their families. And when you have your dreams dangled in front of you like that, people, I guess, will do anything for money. So it is sad that this, possibly could have happened to male wrestlers. It's sad that it happened to female wrestlers, allegedly. But ultimately, I feel like as a society, we definitely need to help, be more accepting and be more open to listening to male victims. We need to start taking them seriously, for one. We need to start taking male victims seriously and stop laughing at people, because we as guys, we have feelings too, we have emotions too. It's sad that we have to always, bottle things up inside, because that's what we're taught, ever since we were like little boys and stuff. If you're sad about anything, man up, don't cry about it. Boys don't cry, boys don't do this, boys don't do that. There's like 1,000 things that you're not supposed to do as a guy and, as a man and whatever. And it's just ridiculous, because nobody can live up to these expectations of like an extremely macho man who doesn't have any type of feelings. People wonder why men are like so cold-hearted and act the way that some of these alpha males do, is because that's the type of stuff that society puts onto us. They want us to be emotionless and fucking cold-hearted and evil, and we not have any type of sympathy. Society doesn't show us any sympathy. That's why a lot of dudes out here don't have any sympathy for other people. And to be honest with you, I feel like if there ever is a time where a male wrestler comes out and says anything happened, between him and Vince McMahon, it'll most likely be, when Vince is probably dead, or when the guy is much older. Because imagine somebody who's like on an active roster right now, how, this is something that people like take years to do, because a lot of people won't believe them when it happens and stuff, and also they don't want to deal with the legal battles or whatever. I understand like why some people would say, why didn't you do it like immediately when it happened? But honestly, I guess like we'll never know why some people wait so long or whatever. But ultimately, it's up to them. We don't know if like people are lying or not, so we should just listen to the stories. And yeah, because there probably are some people out there who have some stories that we'll have to wait till hear. Because Vince McMahon, he has a lot of money. Like he is currently going through a lawsuit right now with the woman. So yeah, if it's anything where it's like, some people wait until they're older because, when they're younger, they have so much stress, and they have, they don't want to be like, deal with the guilt and the shame or whatever, I guess. So when they're older, they're a lot more mature and can handle the backlash that might come with their claims. I guess why. But yeah, the stuff that he's being accused of isn't anything new. There were rumors back in like the 90s or whatever. People had been alluding to Vince having like a relationship with like Shawn Michaels or something. And Scott Hall also talked about how Vince McMahon once told him about his first homosexual encounter. So this is stuff that's been, talked about briefly, not a lot, but if you don't keep up with wrestling a lot, you probably wouldn't have heard about it. But like there's lots of wrestling rumors that you could easily just look up. But, you know, the rumors, so, you know, take everything with a grain of salt. But this isn't just some random accusation that somebody's throwing out here now. A lot of people have had their speculations, but we'll never know until somebody actually does come out. If there are any male victims out here of, like, Vince McMahon, definitely never be afraid to share your story. I hope that, you know, you can find closure if anything did happen to any male victims, you know, if there are any more female victims are out there, you know, anybody, not even just in WWE, but anybody in general. I guess this is kind of like more like a general video. If you're somebody who's ever, you know, had to deal with any type of abuse or manipulation or coercion from anybody, never be afraid to speak up about it. Always realize that there's people out there that are going to support you, even though it feels like there's going to be a lot of people, like, you know, it's always 50-50. There's going to be some people that are going to say you're lying, even if, you know, you have been proven that you weren't lying, you know, that are going to hate you and talk bad about you. But you're still going to have a decent group amount of people that are going to come out and support you. So me, I'm always on the fence about things. I wait for evidence to come out before I just, you know, say, oh, this person did it, this person did this, or they did that, or they didn't do it. So that's just my take on this. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure that you know, comment, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. Tell your friends about it. Tell your family members about it. Help us out at Backlash Podcast by donating to us on Cash App, you know, Backlash Podcast. It'll be in the link description below. Follow us on all social medias, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Take care. This is Jay, signing out. Peace out.